Unbox these flowers with me. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to unwrap all of the flowers from the packaging that they come in. This is Scabiosa, and we're just going to do a quick angled snip on all of the stems, clean up any areas with leaves, and then put them into a vase with water. Next on our list are tulips. So with a tulip, I like to take off any of the extra leaves very, very gently because tulip stems can break super easy as you're pulling the leaves down, so be very, very careful. Personally, I like to keep flowers as in their natural state as possible, so I do like to keep the upper leaves on. You can totally pull these off if you just wanted a single tulip stem. So I will cut these again on an angle, and there we go. And then I will finish the rest of these. Next on our list is Lisianthus. Lisianthus are great because there are multiple stems on one single stem, and each stem comes with multiple blooms. For Lisianthus, I will often cut so that we are getting individual stems. That's just some leaves. And then I will pull off these leaves very gently. Sometimes I'll leave these ones on. This guy's broken, so I'm just gonna pull it right off. And sometimes I will leave these, sometimes I won't. Today, I don't wanna leave them. So now I will leave it like this as I store it. And then when I'm designing, I can decide if I want to cut and take just this guy or if I want to have these ones. So we just do a nice sharp cut at the bottom. Up we have some greenery. So we have some grevillea and some bear grass. And honestly, when I'm doing my greens, I actually like to keep them with their elastics or wire on because greenery can get really out of hand really fast. Once you open them, they really expand and it can be really hard to contain in a small area. So I like to do that. For most of my greenery, I don't pre-cut them. I just cut them to the length that I need as I go. They're totally fine like this. They're pretty hardy. So I simply just tuck them in and I store them away. Next up we have carnations. You may think that carnations are a grocery store flower, but they can actually be really beautiful. And in another video, I'm gonna show you how to really get these to open up and look big and fluffy. So when I'm processing a carnation, I hold it gently by the top of the stem here, and I just peel. These ones I'm peeling off, but I just take my hand and I very gently but firmly pull the leaves off. If I miss any, I can go back in and do those. And then again with an angled snip, we're gonna do that. So I'll show you another one. So again, just holding it at the top, gently but firmly, and moving your hand down as you go so that we don't break the stem. We just gently, gently pull them off. Again, snip, and then these will get stored in water. One thing that is going to make your life so much easier, and it's something that you probably aren't even thinking about, is to clean as you go. Take a bucket or a bag so that you can clean up all your stems and keep your workspace clean. Otherwise, this is going to be overrun with scraps of greenery. You may lose your scissors, you may even throw them out. It's been done before, and this just keeps everything so you can see exactly what you're doing. The next thing that we have today is this tropical flower called kangaroo paws because they look like kangaroo paws. They're super easy. They don't have any foliage on them. So what I like to do is just kind of gently pull them apart. They can kind of get tangled because they have so many different branches. So just do that and then hold them in a bunch, and I will just do one kind of like group snip here. Try to keep it to just one stem at a time so that you can keep the cut really sharp. But like, how pretty are these? It looks like a tree just blossoming. So we have these hypercurium hypercurium berries, and they have the ugliest leaves ever. So we're gonna make sure that we strip all of those off, starting not near the top so we don't wanna break these little stems, and then just very gently peeling those off. Sometimes these ones aren't too bad, but sometimes these leaves here will be really big and we'll want to actually pull those off as well because they take over the berry itself. These ones I'm going to leave as is because they look totally fine. Next we have a hydrangea. These will often come with a little bag of water and an elastic. I've already done it, but usually I just snip these right off. It's the easiest way to do it. I'm actually gonna keep these leaves on. So sometimes you'll see where the little nodges are, and that's where you would pull off these extra leaves. I, like I said, like the extra leaves. I like the natural texture that they give it. And if I want to get rid of these when I'm designing later, if they don't fit, then I can do that then. So I'm gonna keep them for now. You can just kind of fluff this up a bit if it gets squished in your transportation. And then I simply just store it in water the same way that I would with my other flowers. I like to keep it fairly high in water, like a big bucket of water, because hydrangeas need so much and they drink so much. Hydrangeas are actually one of the only flowers that actually drink from their leaves and their petals as well. If you like this video, make sure to follow along and like and subscribe.